Good afternoon, everyone. This is Ryan Brazel. Today, our team will be presenting about the United Kingdom, which is an island country that is located northwest of mainland Europe. The UK has 77 million people and is one of the most robust economies in the world. Before we dig in deeper, let's go over the format of today's presentation. We will be discussing a myriad of topics, including a country overview by myself, followed by the UK's labour and political organisation, which will be presented by Harvey Zumba. After this section, Alfonso Duraco will discuss oral and nonverbal communication, followed by Hakan Zhang, who will be discussing written and visual communication. We will then turn the presentation towards critical incidents and case studies in the United Kingdom, which will be presented by John Martelli. The final subtopic today will be with Rehath Ahmed, who will be discussing news events. So without further ado, let's get started. According to McTague's article in The Atlantic, the United Kingdom is a group of countries including England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Great Britain, on the other hand, comprises England, Wales, and Scotland. The Union flag, or as some people call it, the Union Jack, is the United Kingdom's official flag. Its design represents a blending of the English flag, Scottish flag, and the flag of St. Patrick. It leaves Wales out, though, interestingly enough. A big misconception people make is that the United Kingdom is made up of England, Scotland, and Wales. Many tend to leave Northern Ireland out. According to the podcast hosted by Mark, Christina, Sheena, and Elza, England is the largest in size geographically and population-wise, as 84% of the UK population resides in England, or the equivalent of 53 million people. Scotland, on the other hand, geographically makes up 32% of the land, but the population only makes up 8%, or 5.5 million people. So now we know that the UK comprises these four countries, and we now know the size of each. We can now move on and discuss some interesting statistics about the United Kingdom. So the UK's economy is the sixth largest in the world at $2.83 trillion and has a population of roughly 66 million people. The capital is London, and it is estimated that a whopping 165 million cups of tea are drank every day in the UK. It's also important to note that the kingdom is the fifth largest exporter in the world. Some popular tourist attractions in the UK include London, Oxford, Chester, which is in Wales, and the Scottish Highlands. The UK's national currency is the pound sterling, which is very different from the euro. As per the article from CMC Markets, there's no question that the UK is a massive economy and home to some of the world's most powerful corporations. AstraZeneca, who was a major player in the development of the COVID-19 vaccines, which has saved millions of lives, is from the UK. In addition, some major leaders in the oil and gas industries are from the United Kingdom, including BP and Shell. In the banking industry, the UK is home to HSBC, who holds about $2.95 trillion in assets. The UK has also contributed in the arts and sciences as well. Some of the world's most famous music artists are UK-based, including Adele, the Rolling Stones, and Queen. Also, tennis player Andy Murray and golfer Rory McIlroy are from the UK, as is Gordon Ramsay, Stephen Hawking, and William Shakespeare. According to the country profile article in the BBC, the UK has a well-known and strong tradition of public service broadcasting, as well as an international reputation for creative program production. The BBC began daily radio broadcasts in 1922 and quickly came to play a pivotal role in national life. Hundreds of privately owned radio and TV stations now compete for listeners and viewers. There are more than 60 million internet users in the UK, and most people have a social media presence in the United Kingdom. According to Chidiac's book, since 1991, the UK has become an increasingly diverse place as we have seen a proliferation in Asian, Black, and mixed races in the UK population. Once a nearly entirely white country, the UK has really developed into an ethnically and racially diverse kingdom, as roughly 15% of the population is from a minority ethnic background. The City of London has a staggering 40% of its population from the Black, Asian, and minority ethnic backgrounds. 90% of the UK speaks English, about 1% speak Polish, and 0.5% speak Punjabi and Urdu. It is estimated that 300 vernaculars are spoken in the UK. Although it's tricky to generalize given the range that the UK has geographically, generally the kingdom has mild temps year-round and is pretty cloudy, rainy overall. The average temperature at sea level are above freezing. This includes the winter, which generally shows temps of 39 degrees Fahrenheit in the main cities and reach roughly 43 degrees in the southwestern tip of the country. In July, temperatures hit about 53 degrees Fahrenheit in northern Scotland, up to 66 degrees Fahrenheit in the London area. Precipitation is frequent throughout the country, but it is more frequent and abundant in the north and in the west. For example, in western Scotland, rainfall reaches an incredible 60 inches per year, and there are about 200 days a year with rain. Manchester, which is located in western England, sees about 31.5 inches of rainfall in 141 days of rain per year. Plymouth on the southwest coast sees about 40 inches of rainfall in those same 142 days per year. London in the southeast only has about 111 days of rainfall and on average sees 24.2 inches of rain per year. So here I conclude this segment of the presentation. I hope that you now have a better understanding of what the UK is made up of, people and country-wise, as well as some of its contributions to the world. I'm happy to hand things off to Harvey Zumba, who will be discussing labor and political organization.